We walked about 9 miles by the Seine from the Notre Dame to the Eiffel Tower, then crossing the bridge, together with our daughter, welcome to the Global Citizen walking tour of downtown Paris. It was a tiring walk, but very fulfilling. For my husband and I, this was our third visit to France, but this was our second time in Paris, and our daughter's first. Coming from Provence, we arrived in Paris in the early afternoon. We took about an hour nap in our hotel, and we went out. Our daughter was so excited, and so was I. Our plan was to walk downtown Paris by the Seine as far as we can. We did not realize we walked a lot until I checked my walking app at the end of the day.
Sorry, go ahead.
Paris is a very beautiful and romantic city, especially downtown. The Seine River adds to its charm, and it makes the city cooler during the summer. There are a lot to see in Paris. On this trip, Notre Dame just suffered an overwhelming fire a few weeks before, so the mood of the people coming to see it was a little gray. However, it was still standing proud. Even when it was closed, it was still gathering people around it. Being a musician, what I would have loved to see, if I had the chance, was the organ, which is the largest in France, I believe. It contains about 8,000 pipes, and some are old and dated back to the 18th century.
There are famous royals that had their weddings and coronations at Notre Dame. For one, Napoleon Bonaparte crowned himself Emperor of France in 1804. Henry VI, the boy King of England, was crowned King of France in 1431. And, of course, who could forget the novel Victor Hugo wrote, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, in 1831, and with it brought even more fame to the church. Let's talk about the Seine River. It is the second longest river in France that flows entirely through the nation. According to Wikipedia, the name Seine comes from the Latin Sicana, sometimes associated with the Gallo-Roman goddess of the river. It has been in many paintings by famous artists, one of which is Georges Seurat. The Pont Alexandre III is one of the most beautiful and elegant bridges I have ever seen. This was built together with the most famous Eiffel Tower for the World's Fair that was held in Paris. This bridge is most famous for couples as a perfect spot for wedding photographs, with all the sculptures on each side of the bridge, cherubs, sea monsters, lions, and all others. Of course, the Eiffel Tower, with 1,665 steps, no wonder visitors take the lift. A very interesting little known fact you probably do not know is that this massive piece of structure had been, quote unquote, sold for scrap metal twice, on separate occasions by a con artist named Victor Lustig. Lastly, this massive piece of art took 2 years, 2 months, and 5 days to construct.